Welcome to Messages from the Universe with Lori Wondra. Lori is an internationally renowned psychic medium, author, and shamanic practitioner, sharing insights from angels, guides, wisdom keepers, and teachers of the universe that help you navigate life's mysteries and transformations.
Hello and welcome. I'm Lori Wondra. Thank you so much for being here with me today. This is a very special episode for a few meaningful reasons. First, I'm approaching nearly 400 podcast episodes, and today's topic is one that's very, very close to my heart. Angels. We're going to talk about angels, including earth angels, animal angels, archangels, and guides. It's a subject I love returning to again and again and again. Also because I work with angels every single day. But this episode is also special because I'm honored to be participating in the 4th annual Podcast-a-thon. Podcast-a-thon brings together thousands of podcasters from around the world for one powerful week, March 14th through March 20th, and each highlighting a charity that's making a real difference. The goal is simple, yet profound, and that's to bring awareness. So if you feel inspired by this episode, I encourage you to visit podcasthon.org to discover many other incredible organizations shared through the voices and the talents of podcasters around the globe. Recently, I was made aware of some sobering statistics. 1 in 2 people will be diagnosed with cancer at some point in their lifetime. 1 in 8 women, that's roughly 12%, will be diagnosed with breast cancer, and that number continues to rise. Because of this, I chose Breast Cancer Research Foundation as the charity I wanted to bring focus to during Podcast-thon. It is the largest private funder of breast cancer research and metastatic research. BCRF supports research that is transforming how we understand, prevent, treat, and ultimately survive cancer. That means more answers, faster breakthroughs, and more personalized care for every patient. With over $1 billion raised to support their mission, that progress is real and it's saving lives. So if you feel called to support this work, donating through BCRF helps fuel discoveries that improve outcomes and bring hope to millions. You can learn more about the organization at bcrf.org. I will also include the link to this organization and to the Podcast-a-thon talent that's out there for every other podcast in the description below. Thank you for listening. Thank you for caring and for being part of this greater conversation. As I talk about the angels and guides around us, I also want to send a huge healing vibration of love and light and healing energy out to those that might be experiencing cancer or might have experienced cancer or really any other illness. So today, as we step into one of my favorite realms, a realm where the veil softens and the heart opens, we remember something ancient within us. And that memory is that we're never alone, not in our struggles, not in our awakenings, not in our transitions, and certainly not in those quiet moments when we question the meaning of our own journey. And today, I'm talking about the angels among us, all the angels, the earth angels who walk beside us in human form, the animal angels that nudge our hearts back into coherence. Of course, the archangels whose frequencies tower across dimensions. And also the guides that guide us, who whisper to us through our intuition, and the wisdom keepers and the healers of the universe who have walked with humanity since the beginning of time. So just for a moment, take a deep breath with me. This is a sacred, comforting reminder that you are protected. In that breath, that space of acknowledging the inhaling and the exhaling, the flow of air in your body, remember, you are guided, you are held, and you are in the vibration of energy of all. So let's talk about these angels, beginning with earth angels. These are the people that feel like home. Earth angels are not a myth. They are one of the universe's most practical forms of support. They are the people who step into our lives at just the right time. A friend who calls when your heart is heavy. A stranger who smiles, shifts your entire nervous system. A teacher who mirrors back your light. A healer who awakens something long dormant in your soul. Earth angels rarely announce themselves. They don't wear halos. They don't speak in prophecy. Instead, they show up in the ordinary moments where extraordinary transformation becomes possible. Well, how do you recognize an earth angel? They hold space for us instead of judgment. They remind you of your truth even when you forget. They see the good in you with unwavering clarity. They activate your heart, your energy field, or purpose just by being near you. You feel safe, seen, or deeply understood in their presence. And some earth angels stay for a lifetime. Others appear briefly and then disappear as mysteriously as they arrived. Both are divine assignments. Sometimes you are the earth angel. You may not even know the impact you have on others. Your kindness, your intuition, your steady presence may have been someone's bridge from despair to hope. Earth angels remind us that the universe often delivers miracles through people, not because we're fragile, but because we are so interconnected beyond anything we can comprehend. You are surrounded by earth angels, and you yourself may be one. 2, animal angels, the heart openers, the messengers, the bridges between worlds. As I'm recording this podcast, I have a kitty 5 feet away from me, and he's snoring away, just totally calm and peaceful. Animals carry a pure frequency, unfiltered love, instinctual wisdom, and vibrational truth. Some animals come into our lives intentionally as guides. Dogs who stay by our side through illness or heartbreak. Cats who sense spirits long before you do. The hawk who appears at every major turning point. The dragonfly that lands on your shoulder when you're ready to release something. An owl who shows up as confirmation of deeper insight and ancient memory. Animals are living portals, bridges between the physical and the spiritual realm. They communicate not through human language, but through energy, symbolism, synchronicity, and presence. Animal angels remind us of 4 core truths. 1, you are loved without condition. 2, your energy speaks louder than your words. 3, nature is communicating with you at all times. And 4, your soul is part of a much larger ecosystem of consciousness. When an animal behaves in an unusual way around you, like sitting at your feet, staring directly into your eyes, positioning itself beside you, pay attention. It is not random. It's resonance. When a wild animal repeats a pattern or crosses your path consistently, it's not coincidence, it's alignment. Animal angels protect, they guide, they comfort, and awaken. They remind us that the universe uses every kingdom, animal, plant, mineral, elementals, to support our evolution. And remember, you're never alone because the natural world itself is part of your guidance team. The third type of angels, archangels, the cosmic frequencies of light. Archangels are not beings floating in the clouds with golden wings. They are vibrational intelligences, cosmic forces that hold vast bandwidths of light and consciousness. And each and every archangel resonates with a tuned frequency, a tone that the universe uses to accomplish healing, protection, clarity, courage, integration, awakening, and more. Let's talk about a few of them. Some of my favorite. Archangel Michael, he's the protector, the sword of truth. I call on him in circles, opening the gateway of east, of new beginnings, because Archangel Michael's frequency feels like strength entering your spine, like your courage returning after a long absence. He is the guardian of life paths, purpose, boundaries, and integrity. He is aware of why you are here. He helps to guide and protect and remove boundaries or roadblocks that might be in your way. And when you feel unsafe or uncertain or sometimes even overwhelmed, Michael is the presence that steps forward to help. And Archangel Gabriel, the messenger, the clarifier of voice. I call on Gabriel to open the gateway of the south with sun and helping us remember our inner child. But Gabriel brings clear communication, not just external communication, but inner truth, intuition, insight, and soul-aligned expression. Gabriel reminds us of the inner child, reminds us to play through voice, through music and dance and theater and creative problem solver. Writers, teachers, speakers, healers, and parents, those who transmit information often feel Gabriel's influence. And Archangel Raphael, the healer, the restorer of the heart. He governs the gateway of the west, of water, of the energy of healing us physically, etherically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Raphael works with the fields of our emotions, of our physical body, of our mental processes and thoughts. He works in all our energetic bodies, and his frequency helps repair what has been fragmented, those things that create grief and illness and confusion and heartbreak, or old wounds that are returning for closure and completion. And lastly, in the circle of sacred space and sacred energy, Archangel Uriel, he's the illuminator, the light of wisdom. He represents the north, the wisdom keepers, those ancestors that have gone before us, that have created the pathways that we walk, or are nudging us to create new pathways because the old pathways no longer make sense. Uriel brings divine insight, the sudden knowing, the clarity and direction after chaos, the understanding that rises from stillness. So why do archangels show up for us? Well, because our soul has the right to guidance, because the universe longs and supports your healing and your expansion, and because you are part of the divine ecosystem of creation. You are not separate. You come from Source and are part of this energy force field. And the archangels are allies for your journey. They're not separate from you, but they're connected to you. You don't necessarily need to summon them for your ceremonies or your rituals or for them to walk alongside of you every day. You don't need perfect words, but they respond to frequency, not perfection. They respond to a breath, a whisper, a thought, a vibration of willingness to be open and curious. And that's enough of an invitation for them to be near you. And number 4, our guides, the ones who walk with us from birth and sometimes past lifetimes to our transition into another lifetime. Your guides are older than your lifetime. They know your soul blueprint. They know your contracts and your agreements, your karmic arcs, your gifts, and of course, they know your fears. Some have been with you for many incarnations, and others join your team as you evolve. And you may have ancestral guides, ascended masters, star or galactic guides, elemental guides, teacher guides, protection guides, healing guides, animal guides, and children or soul companions who crossed over. Your guides operate like an unseen counsel, not controlling your decisions, but illuminating your path. They're literally guiding you on a path. They send you synchronicities, those intuitive nudges. They might visit you in dreams. They might give you sudden clarity over a situation or a direction. They might provide energetic shifts. And they come to you in all different ways, messages through song lyrics, numbers, nature, animals, or just even a sudden thought. And guides rarely intervene without invitation, but they constantly create opportunities for alignment. If you've ever felt, something told me not to go there, that nudge didn't make sense, but I followed it. Or I don't know why, but I felt guided to reach out. These are indicators that your guides are working with you. Connection with your guide isn't about learning a technique. It's about remembering a relationship and remembering that you are one with all of them. And once that relationship reawakens, it becomes impossible to feel alone. And number 5, the wisdom teachers and the healers of the universe. They are everywhere. Beyond angels and guides exists a wider, older network. The wisdom teachers, the healers of the universe, and these include the ascended masters, the cosmic teachers and light beings, interdimensional healers, star nations, ancient deities and archetypes, elemental councils, keeper races of knowledge, technology, and consciousness, universal frequencies and intelligences that interact through vibration. These beings are not defined by religion or myth. They predate religion. They predate those things. They predate human storytelling. They are guardians and guidance of energetic law, cosmic balance, planetary evolution, and the awakening of the consciousness across dimensions. They assist humanity by activating dormant DNA codes, accelerating spiritual evolutions, teaching healing technologies that are new or now needed on this planet. They guide those who walk between worlds. They protect planetary grids, and they support transitions into new eras of consciousness. Because when humanity hits periods of rapid change, like the transformative years we're currently in, these wisdom teachers step forward more visibly. And because they're here more prominently, you may feel their presence more intense. You might feel them while you're meditating, or while you are doing sound healing, or in dream time. Or you might experience astral travel, like an out-of-body experience. You might sense an energetic download through the codes and the keys that are coming into the planet. You might have your own intuitive breakthroughs, a sudden expansion in awareness, the feeling of being rewired or recalibrated or upgraded. They're not here to save us. They are here to awaken us. to support us through the process of awakening. And they remind us that we're not separate from the universe, that we are part of its very fabric. Its wisdom lives within you. So how do you know you're not alone? Well, you know you're not alone when you feel a sudden wave of peace during a time of chaos. You might have a sense, a presence is beside you without understanding why. You might dream of a loved one who feels more alive than memory allows. You might experience suddenly the appearance of a feather, a number that repeats itself, an animal that suddenly comes closer than usual. Or you might hear a message in meditation, or have a feeling of a knowing that just drops into your body. You avoid situations, you avoid danger without really having any logical explanation. And you receive guidance that feels wiser than your mind could generate. Loneliness exists in the human experience, but aloneness does not exist in the spiritual one, because you're surrounded by love, by intelligence, by guardianship, by ancient support woven into your path long before you were born. You are guided. You're loved and you're cherished and you're celebrated, and you are profoundly understood. I'd like to lead you through just a moment of connection. And so if you can find yourself in a place that you can just breathe and relax, and if you can close your eyes, even better, so please don't be driving, I invite you to take a breath in softly and exhale softly. This is a celebration of the physical being that you are traveling in at this time. And imagine a circle of light all around you, a soft, radiant glow created by every angelic presence connected to your soul. Feel the earth angels in your life, the ones who love you, support you, remind you who you are. Feel the animal angels, the ones who comfort you, protect you, communicate through presence and instinct. Feel the archangels, large, powerful, steady, surrounding you with their love and their frequency that helps align your field with protection, clarity, healing, and truth. Feel your guides, the ones who know you intimately, the ones who have walked with you through lifetimes. And feel the wisdom teachers, the healers of the universe, vast, cosmic, loving, holding space for you, for your growth, your courage, and certainly your evolution. And now breathe into this truth. You are never alone. You have never been alone, and you never will be alone. Your journey is witnessed, your heart is honored, your path is guided, and your purpose is protected. And the universe in all forms walks beside you, always. I want to thank you for joining me today in the sacred conversation. And if this message resonates with you, please share it with someone who may need the reminder that they are supported, they're held, and they are profoundly loved. May your guides whisper clearly. May your angels walk closely. And may your path always lead you back to the truth of who you are. Because energy matters, and because you matter. I want to thank you for listening today, for joining me in my participation of the 4th edition of the Podcast-a-thon. And you can find information about the thousands of people that are joining in this week between March 14th and 20th and giving their voice to awareness and to these organizations around the globe for how we can further advance evolution and how we can help humanity. So thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to Messages from the Universe. For information about Lori Wondra's current events or to schedule a private session, visit her website, yourlifecore.com. You can also subscribe to her monthly newsletter. Lori also shares inspirational and informational messages on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Thanks again for listening.